Let's hear from him. Gap behind him is 1.5. He has 40 seconds of overtake remaining.
It's not 1.5 any longer. It's 3/4 of a second. It's 0.7.
UK Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Strap yourself in because we're about to get started for this wonderful tournament. Let's go. Hello all, I'm Luke Elvey. It's terrific to have your company as always here at 2K Sports. Alongside me in the booth is Rich Beam, and out on the course is Henny Quack and John McCarthy following all the action. All right, Beamer. You've played them all, you know only too well. In terms of the PGA Tour, where does the Copperhead course at Innisbrook Resort rank as one of the toughest?
Anytime you name a golf course after a, I don't know, lethal snake, you might be onto something at how difficult it might be. Yeah, again, it's in lovely Tampa, but this golf course, there's nothing friendly about it. It's so demanding, I think, off the tee, because you have tee shots that work one way, and then you also have the fairway that tilts the opposite way. It just sometimes doesn't make any sense, and it's hard to play this golf course if you're not driving it very well. But if you're chipping and putting it, then you really might like it. But it's fun, it's hard, but it's named after a dangerous snake, so I'm not going to say it's really fun. Would you? I would not.
We head down to the first hole. Okay, ball's in the air. Let's see how this round plays out. Standing over his second shot. Going with the 5-wood. This putt is from a long distance. And he's down there. You got a read?
This is just going right the whole way along.
That's well judged. Good speed, good line. Lining up the birdie putt here. Currently 1 under for the day. Water There's a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
That's tidy. Second shot on the second. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. This would be a great up and down. Ah, what a disappointment. In she goes. Let's head to the next. No surprise to see Colin Morikawa have a few more highlights. Let's take a look at this one.
This is his third.
Beamer, that was right out of your playbook. A touch of wizardry. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the third hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the second shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your second shot. That is a no-no.
And it looks like this one's coming straight off the cart path.
Looks like this is going to miss just right.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This looks like it's going to go left.
Ooh. And this one will be for double bogey. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par three, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par three.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. That's a lovely looking stroke. Has it got enough pace? You beauty! What a putt! Now 7 shots behind after that. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par fives on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
A little off the mark on that approach shot. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Jesus Christ.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. There's been action all over the course today. How about this highlight at the 8th hole? Oh, that's a beauty. How about holing that one? So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. The 6th is a par 4.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip, and unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
And from around 135 yards,
Well, that's a handy shot. And this putt to move into the top 20. Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. That's pretty tidy. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he moves to 1 under par. He's in a share of 15th.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
It's just about 3 feet away.
this for par.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Looks like this one's bunker bound. This next one from the beach. Okay, step 1 complete, out of the bunker. Now let's go make a putt. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. What a putt. Started this perfectly.
Oh, come on,
That one
dude.
never quite was hit hard enough, was it? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And with that, he moves up to even par. The back 9 at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. If you leave it out to the right-hand side, there's some trees that are overhanging and will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
Just off the fairway in the first cut. I think he's caught that one quite nicely. Yeah, quality shot that. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one's going to gently meander from the left.
Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert?
Fantastic touch on this one.
And into the hole it goes. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our leader has built a 3-shot buffer here as we head over to the next. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Yeah, going for it in 2. Okay. He wants to win.
This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. Go on, get in the hole. John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Will Zalatoris as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
This is a lengthy putt here. Can he make one from long range?
Can you get it really close?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
That always looked wet, didn't it? That's a heavy lie this player has drawn. Club face may have got caught up in the rough here. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Our leader is up by 4 shots now. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Well, there he is, Wake Forest Will Zalatoris, Rich. He's done the job, and he continues to do it out here on tour, doesn't he?
He does. He's just one of these players that is just a ferocious competitor, isn't he? Ball striking is amazing. The putting sometimes works with him and works, but you know what? He gets the job done. And so you can't emphasize that enough. You know, it may not be pretty at times, but who cares? He's getting the job done. And you know when you go head-to-head against him, you've got your hands full because he's not backing down to anybody, any challenge, any championship. The guy's a winner.
And this next putt is for triple bogey. Moments ago, a beautiful shot happened on the course. Let's take a look at it. Always lovely to see a long-range bomb made. Let's recap it. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find a fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Jesus Christ, man!
Time now for the 4th shot.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That jumped out of the rough. Did you see that? That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Yeah, 15 feet out. He's been staring this one down.
And we're
That'll be
fucking
disappointing.
great.
We see that even in the pro ranks. It happens to the best of them. That's one of those momentum-building putts. Well holed. That shot's so good, we need to have another look. Currently at 4 over for the day. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
And that was a bit of a misfire.
Yeah, it took a bit too much club on that one.
This putt is about 17 feet long. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
You can be positive with this because it's up the hill and moving left to right.
Oh, that's a clutch par. Sitting at 4 over for the event. The 16th hole, right in the middle of the snake pit here at the Copperhead course. Par 4 measuring over 450 yards.
There's some trees over on the right-hand side that you want to take it just left of to find the center of the fairway. From there, you're going to go in with a mid-iron to a really small green. A high, soft shot is required to hold this green. This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Could it be? Beautiful shot.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
And back to the course with the live action. Currently at +3 for the round. The final hole of the snake pit, an uphill par 3. Again, 210 plus yards.
The final challenging par 3 on this golf course. Good news is, though, is the green funnels in from both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Opting for the 5-wood. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Starting this one out on a pretty big line.
It's like not even close.
Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. We've made our way to the final tee here of Innisbrook's Copperhead course, and Rich, no real reprieve.
Not at all. Tee shots have to favor the right-hand side, staying short of those bunkers down the right. The bunkers on the left will see a lot of action, and good luck getting it on the green from there. This green is probably one of the nastiest on the golf course, as it's got a severe tilt from back to front and left to right as well. This is truly one of the best par 4 finishing holes on the PGA Tour.
He's back on the surface, happy to have the flat stick in hand. Big par saver coming up for this fella.
Breeze just ended.
Ooh. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Unfortunately for our featured player, that will end his event. He's below the cut line. There are still players out on the course, but it looks like he will not be sticking around for the weekend. Well, Beamer, you never like to see anyone have to slam the trunk this early, but unfortunately, an early exit after failing to get through to the weekend.
Luke, every player faces this at some point in time, even the greats. You miss a cut. It's never a good feeling, but you learn from all the mistakes you made, you move on, and hopefully forget about it or fix the problems before you tee it up next time.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.
How pathetic is it? It's fucking. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I literally only made 3 cuts. How pathetic is it?
Throw these teams for a little bit of a frenzy today.
And I think it already has. When we watched practice yesterday.